One point you talked about sometime is that women should return dowry upon divorce.
I think that one is cultural, yeah?
Yes.
And when people divorce,
yes,
of course, there is that issue of returning dowry,
yes,
which is in order. But I think this issue of divorce is clearly is clear in the matrimonial property bill.
Yes.
It talks about sharing property, and I don't know why FIDA has gone to court to
yes,
say, to fight for 50-50. You know, that is like now opening a back door,
yes,
whereby you're opening a door for maybe slave queens to come and share men's property, which is really not in order. Because, for example, if you are a man and you are married to maybe, for example, 3 or 4 or 5 wives, then the third wife comes and says that she wants to divorce you.
And
how can she be given 50-50-50? What about the other wives?
Oh, wait.
Really? Is it in order?
Just
it is
to clarify,
not.
Just to clarify, slave queens don't get married. And and to your point about many people, you actually are in a polygamous arrangement.
Yeah.
It's actually 50-50. FIDA said they were advocating for 50-50 because you cannot quantify the contribution of the wife, for example, when it's a stay-at-home wife. You cannot quantify domestic work. You have lived with someone for, like Jackson Kibor was divorcing his wife of 52 years. You cannot quantify that 52 years if she did not have a job, right? How do you
Who said that it's only men who have property? Women too have property. And I'm telling you, this is something that is also attacking, against women who have property. We have women who are marrying young men who don't own property. Then after some months, this young man says he wants to divorce this woman. This woman is a millionaire.
Yes.
How can this young man just go and share this property of this woman that freely?
Isn't that
that is robbery without violence?
Isn't that 50-50 now?
No. You know, when FIDA is talking about women, I want you women to be very careful about FIDA, because FIDA is read by feminists. And I'm telling you, FIDA does not represent all women. It represents a section of women. And that is why they are going to court to say 50-50. Women are not for 50-50. I am telling you, because I have given you just one simple example, that you're married to 3 wives.
Yes.
You were not married in one day.
Yes.
The first wife, you have stayed with her for 10 years. The second wife, you have stayed with her for 5 years. Okay. The third wife, you have stayed with her for 1 month, or maybe say 2 years. Then she comes and claims for divorce and 50-50. What about the first wife and the second wife? It is about ratio, and it is clearly defined in the matrimonial property bill. And how do FIDA have nothing to bring here? I'm telling you.
How do you suggest people share property upon divorce?
It's about ratio. It's about ratio. Your contribution. Did you contribute? Yes. If you contributed, of course, the judge, the magistrate is there to see your contribution. And even when we talk about matrimonial property, there is what we call matrimonial home. That one is for the wife. That one is not shared. The law is clear that if you are divorcing, the house that you are living in is for the woman and the children. That one is not shared. The woman is not left without
the man that gets
the woman is not left without a house. It is clear in the law. If it is a second wife or third or fifth wife, it is clear how they are going to share this property according to ratio.
Someone asked a very interesting question that during the period of separation, before divorce, there is separation. What happens to the wealth that you have accumulated within the separation period if we are going with the 50-50 sharing?
Let me say this. There is also a chance if you are getting into marriage. You can even agree on how you're going to share property before you enter into marriage. And it is clear that if I'm marrying somebody, we can agree with her that now look at this. I have flats. What do you have? I also have 1, 2, or even 10 flats. These are mine and yours are yours before we enter into marriage. That one is not divided.
Isn't that a selfish decision to make?
No. We are even advising men that before even before you get a child, you need to have an agreement that now we are having the third, fourth, fifth child. Let us have an agreement, because some of the children that are coming, are being born, they are not born out of, they have not agreed. They have not agreed. And that is why you see there is a big problem. Some children are abandoned because there is no other arrangement that they want a child. This child has come out of the woman. The woman has protested to have a child with this man so that she can use that child as a hook to obtain money from the man and even to obtain property.
If you're married to the person, how do you use the child as a hook? One child is a hook.
Arimony is there. And I'm telling you, we have women who are claiming alimony from 5, 4, 6 men. They have sad children. This woman has sad children with 6 different men.
Okay.
So he wants alimony here, then he goes and claims alimony here and another alimony here.
Is that allowed?
It is allowed, but I think this is a plot to kill men slowly. I'm telling you.
Okay, and the matrimonial bill, when it says according to contribution, how do you keep record of everyone's contribution all through the marriage?
I think the woman has a lot that she contributes. That's a fact. Staying with the children, doing all that he does, that is wonderful. But of course the man too contributes, even if it's about conjugal rights. It is not the woman who gives the man conjugal rights. They share. You know, I heard a woman somewhere saying that now tunawapea hata ile tunalala now. You share, you don't help the man with conjugal rights. Of course, even women need it, even sometimes more than men. So you share. It is about sharing. You see, yes. It's not about the woman helping the man with conjugal rights. No.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's not a fact.
And does that, from your point of argument, do you feel like women have more rights than men?
According to the current laws that we have, they are so rigid and retrogressive in a way that the boy child is under siege. Men are under siege. Okay. I am telling you.
Okay.
Go to court. Go to court and for example, we just the other day we had a man who was chopped off by his private parts by the wife.
In the Rift Valley.
In Eldoret.
It was not chopping off. She skinned it.
It is so sad. It is so sad.
Yes.
What happened? She was taken to court and given a board of 20,000 only and went home.
If you were the judge, what?
That is attempted murder. You cannot chop off my private parts and go scot-free. Really, that's attempted murder. That's not a case just to be taken lightly.
But there's word that Maendeleo ya Wanaume is not as active as FIDA is. That's why they get a lot of legislation or a lot of you hear about them so much. What are you guys doing to enforce, to ensure that the boy child is not under siege?
Where did Njoka come from? Njoka emerged from the vacuum that was there about the challenges that boys and men are going through. I have not had many men coming up to fight or advocate for the rights of boys and men.
Okay.
So I think it's a challenge to men. Men are full of pretense. And I'm telling you, they're suffering in silence, but they are pretending.
But I feel like there's progress, especially after the case from Kisumu where the lady was sentenced to 15 years in prison for some lady you saw that story?
Yeah.
For defiling a 16-year-old border rider. You saw that?
Of course, and people are saying now, how can you sentence a woman for all those years? How many men are languishing in prison because of the same kind of crime? The other way around.
Reversing.
How many men? So many men. So when just one lady has been sentenced for 15 years because of defying a minor, he is a minor. He's not a border rider. He was a minor. What's the problem with that?
Okay, sawa. And
the law is a double-edged sword.